Good morning from the office. I am BKP. You're watching or listening to North Georgia's only live online morning show. Lonnie is over at the Gilmer County Board of Commissioners workshop this morning. Kevin is here. So let's not waste no time. Let's find out. Are you paying attention, Kevin? We have 2 hours. And I mean, I'm just now just when I get comfortable knowing Lonnie's not paying attention, then I look over and you're there. And I can't see you behind the screen, so I don't know what they do over there. I just hear a lot of typing.
Wait, what?
Are you paying attention?
Yes, I'm paying attention. I'm
glad to have Kevin with us this morning. Kevin's taking care of the control board, trying to type up his show at 10 o'clock. The morning report, North Georgia's only live online newscast. So I thank Kevin for being here. But Lonnie's over at the Gilmer County Board of Commissioners meeting this morning. I thought it would be appropriate today, considering Hillary Clinton has clinched the nomination. 96 years in the making, first woman. My biggest concern this morning is I misplaced a pair of glasses. And I know you see me here every day trying to figure out what glasses. I've thrown a third pair into the mix. But anyhow, I thought it'd be fitting today to have the book up front. I don't know if you've ever read any of the Vince Flynn novels. I love Vince Flynn, but this one happens to be Act of Treason. I thought you would enjoy that. Last night was an act of treason. I thought this book would be appropriate, Act of Treason. Now, folks, at 8:30, because I want to give you plenty of time, it's not going to be a big story. Well, time-wise, we're not going to put a lot of time into it, but at 8:30, we're going to do an update that you're going to want to hear on the Fannin cartel. Plus, there's a lot of discussion about the Blue Ridge City Park. The pool is not open, and it's June 8th. Okay, a lot of discussion on that. I have some comments on why that pool is not open, okay? I have some comments. You're going to want to hear this. Is it the mayor's fault? Is it the city council's fault? Is there someone else to blame? Did your kids out there in Blue Ridge take a back seat to something else? I'm going to do that story about 8:35, and the reason I'm waiting till 8:35 is so you can tell all your friends, the Fannin Cartel, go to fetchernews.com, tune in. And also, maybe the Fannin Cartel has a little to do to something with the pool. Never know. Just saying. Just saying. Could have something to do with the pool. Now, folks, I'm going to break this down. Now, I'm going to tell you just like this. Let me come to you this morning and tell you, yes, Hillary is the nominee. Act of treason. It's an act of treason, okay? But on the front page, we're not going to go over how great Donald Trump's speech was, the bullet points. We're not going to break down his speech last night and what it meant to every group. We're not going to do that. We're not going to find out if he was talking, because that's what I call him Who, W-H-O, Hewitt. Who, Hewitt. That's what he was doing last night. They were all breaking down, was Trump talking to the establishment, or was Trump really trying to say he was sorry about his comments for the judge, but in a different way? I mean, they sit there for hours trying to figure out what Trump was saying. We're not going to break it down. Now, I could go with so many lines that I really enjoyed, but let me give you the couple takeaways from the speech. And you're going to say, well, I like this line. There was a lot of parts in the speech I really enjoyed. But when he said that Hillary Clinton used the State Department as her own personal hedge fund, and capitalized on that, folks, look at the book, Act of Treason. I just loved everything about that. And two, I do know today the Republicans have a nominee. This is going to continue to separate the egg yolk from the white. Not getting racial or nothing, God, you say white, and the next thing you know, I can feel it coming through the screen. Anyhow, this is going to put the separation even further in the Republican Party in some areas. Now, hear what I'm saying. The Republican Party, okay? Some out there, this is going to push them further away because they're not as upset with the Clintons. They're not as upset with the Clintons as you think they are. they've given the impression for years that the Clintons are a problem. You have a candidate, the American people, forget Republican Party, you have a candidate for president that once and for all is not afraid of the Clintons, not afraid of going after them, okay? Now, in the political circle for years, you were supposed to always presidential rise above. And I think that's what the American people are tired of, is waiting for somebody. You know, we always had to have a candidate that rises above the rhetoric, rises above, trash talk, rises above. And then the whole idea was, who will be the VP? Well, you have to get a real attack dog, because that's how you do it. Mitt Romney, you stand up there and you rise above all this. But your vice president is the attack dog. That is the way the model, you understand? That's the model that was used in the past, in the rigged system. John McCain had to rise above. He told the lady out there in Wisconsin that said, I'm concerned about Barack Obama. He said, no, you don't have to be concerned, ma'am. You don't have to worry about this. See, he was rising above all this. But then Sarah Palin was the attack dog. That's I'm serious. Now, I know what I'm talking about. That has always been the political process. You have a candidate that's not waiting to pick a vice presidential candidate, not a running mate, to rise above this. Okay? See, that's why the Clintons are saying, and Hillary's saying, the temperament he has. Let me tell you, the temperament. He's not afraid to take on Hillary Clinton. You have a candidate that's going to take him on full steam. He is going to release he's going to put out a major speech on the Clintons. I heard the other day that Hillary Clinton was going to do a major speech, foreign policy speech. Oh God, it was going to be a major foreign policy speech. And I keep hearing that act of treason. I keep hearing this, that Hillary's going to do a major foreign policy speech, and Trump won't stick to the issues. He's not going to run an issue campaign. And even the Republican talking heads, he's going to have to bring himself to the issues if he's going to run against Hillary. The issue is Hillary Clinton, damn it. Oh, excuse me, I should have said it, but that's the issue. I mean, he's not issue-oriented. He doesn't know anything about foreign policy. Yes, he does. The issue is you cannot let Hillary Clinton have control of your foreign policy. You see what happens. Well, he has to stay focused on the issues. He can't get, Hillary Clinton. He's going to have to stay focused on, the economy and finances. Yes, Hillary Clinton is the issue, folks. She's the issue. I mean, she leads the list of how much money she took for those speeches on Wall Street. So the point is, he is going to Monday unleash a Clinton speech. That may be Monday. But the guy says he's going to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you one more thing, and I'm going to get to something else, because I don't want to. Yes, I heard Hillary get up there, and I heard her, and I seen her go like this, that she was just so taken back that she could be so proud of her country for letting a woman 96 years in the making. I mean, my God. And then Rachel Maddow, yes, I watched MSNBC for a reason. I watched it for a reason. Because I wanted to watch Rachel go like this all night long. Oh, Hillary, you give me the chills. And she did. Now, she went right into attack on Trump. Oh, my God, this speech, it was terrible. It was this, it was that. She just let Trump, everybody had to get out of the way. I mean, Brian Williams is sitting over there looking like, I don't think I want to get involved in this. The others are sitting over there saying, I don't think you need to let Rachel just get her, tantrum on and let her, get upset that Trump, is bad and Hillary is good. Now, let's bring this into focus. First of all, Obama's approval rating. Where am I going? I'm going to do this, and then we'll get into the local news about 8:30, and then George will be in here. Obama's approval rating. Stay with me. Highest approval ratings. Now, the media is setting this up. Who do you have to thank? You're sitting out there and you say, they never called me. They didn't call me. Did you get a call yesterday afternoon? Did anybody dare ask me what I thought if his approval ratings? No. Never been asked. I have never in my entire life, since I was 18 years old, got a phone call asking me what I felt about the president and his approval. I haven't got a one. All right, anyhow, so the media sets up these approval ratings, okay? That's just all there is to it, folks. The media sets up the approval ratings. Now, why is Obama's approval ratings through the roof and so high? I'm going to tell you. Now, this morning, Paul Ryan is on the front page of a paper, it's the New York Post or whatever, and Donald Trump. And what is Paul Ryan saying? Stay with me, folks. This is about you. Stay with me. Because at 8 o'clock in the morning, this is the first place you hear this. Okay. What is the Post doing with the picture of Paul Ryan and Donald Trump? I'm with the bigot. I am with the racist. I am with him. Right? That's what they're doing this morning. Let me tell you something. Obama's approval ratings brought to you by today. The approval ratings so great for the President of the United States that you can't understand. By none other than Paul Ryan and the Republicans. Wait a minute. How can I make this statement that Paul Ryan and the Republicans are responsible for the great approval ratings of the president? Okay, I'm going to tell you why. Apathy in this country, 6%. We're going to roll the dice and go as high as 6% pay attention. I know, don't get upset. 94% are not paying attention. They don't pay attention till NBC and ABC and those come on and say, Republicans are really taking a hit in the polls, recent polls, due to closing the parks because they won't pass a budget, and so on and so forth. Right or wrong, the less controversy on your TV set while you're trying to enjoy boating throughout the summer, while you're trying to enjoy camping, while you're trying to enjoy taking your sons and to all the baseball tournaments, or maybe even your daughters too, and your softball tournaments and traveling teams. You don't want anything to get in the way of that. You don't want to hear all this bickering. So the Republicans did a great thing. Here's what they did. You remember the cake had been baked? It's already baked. Paul Ryan, I can't help it. It was sitting here. The cake was on the table when I got here. Knife and everything, plates, everything, forks. All we had to do was cut and serve it. I can't help the cake was baked. I'm not starting over because it's 3.5 hours. You got to mix all the stuff. You know the old process. But remember, the cake was baked. It was sitting on his desk. So it was John Boehner's fault. But the reality is, Paul Ryan brought the omnibus to the floor for a vote. Now, I'm going somewhere with this, so you need to stay with this because this comes together, folks. You need to pay attention. The corruption is high. Treason. I mean, I'm just telling you, okay? Act of treason. So Paul Ryan and them, they put this omnibus up there. It funded everything. Refugee resettlement, you name. All right, the argument, we just went through the argument. Did it fund Planned Parenthood? But I'll tell you what, Planned Parenthood's not closed. I love how it didn't fund it, but I'm not seeing reports where there's a close sign on any of them. Just saying. Okay, so it funded this, it funded that, it funded everything. It did everything the president wanted. You know what the president had in front of him? He had a solid year, 1 solid year, okay? Nothing's in the way. You don't turn on the news and talk about the debt ceiling. Oh, God, they can spend what they want. You don't turn on the news and talk about a shutdown, an impasse. When's the last impasse you heard? I mean, we're going into July, folks. I mean, free sailing for this president. Last year, going away president. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's the jelly of the month club for Obama. I'm telling you, folks, you got to listen. Every single month, nothing comes up on the TV. We're not worried about the debt ceiling. We're not worried about the debt. We're not worried about funding anything. Nothing at all. Nothing. No controversial news. So you take the 96% that are out there on the lake and driving their camper and they're this and that and the other thing. You take that 96%. Obama's a good guy. So you get, what do you think of the president? I don't know, man. He ain't bothering me. Boats on the lake, campers, hooked up, got propane in the tank, grills going, kids are having fun. I'm winning. I don't know. I guess the guy's all right, man. Let me get back to my surfing. There you go. Just saying. Absolutely nothing. So what is it? His approval ratings are through the roof. By the media. The media. Not you, not I, obviously, if you're watching this morning. Not us. But the media has it through the roof. He's well liked. Okay? Now, transgender doesn't people it's not in their face right now. School's out, it's not in their face, whether you think so or not. All the above. So let's move on. So he has a great approval rating. Now, who brought it to him? Brought to you by the Republicans. Brought to you by the media, all the propaganda, it's all set up. Now, let's back up. Ronald Reagan, it is known also, let's go for the attack dog of the vice president. It is well known that most of the time, when campaigning, you want to be president of the United States, you want to be your own man, you don't, or woman, okay? Today, history in the making, you want to be your own. You want to be your own something, okay? I'll be glad when we vote in a coyote. Anyhow, or maybe we have got a couple of them up there already. But anyhow, so presidential candidates want to be their own person. So the president, if you're a vice president, the president generally does not go out there and campaign. Now, it's not uncommon for the president to endorse you. It's not a sitting president. It's not uncommon for that president to make an appearance at the convention. But the unofficial rule is at the convention, they make an appearance and say, I love my Republican friends. I'm going to home. I'm going back to the ranch in Texas, wherever I'm from, and I'm going to go into obscurity. And I think this guy is going to be the greatest thing, even better than me, they say. Okay, and they go home, all right? But Ronald Reagan did that with George H. Bush. Got out of the way. Okay? Bill Clinton was forced to do that basically with Al Gore because Bill Clinton was on a downhill slide in his last 2 years, last couple years, his last term, but his last couple years, downhill slide. Some problems were taking place in the economy, some problems taking place in his personal life, one thing after another. But he really wasn't the guy that Al Gore and Tipper needed out there on the campaign trail making the case for family values in America. So he did not campaign with Al Gore. George W. Bush obviously did not have a vice presidential candidate, and I'm going somewhere with this, to do that for, but he did endorse the next candidate, but he did not go out and campaign. Now, let's fast forward to now and Barack Obama campaigning for his vice president. No, that wasn't a play on words. Joe Biden is the official vice president, but if you want the two people that have done the most destruction, now here's the scary thing, you gotta stay with me. If you want the two people that have done the most destruction, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. You gotta look at Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, okay? Now, that's the scary part, that if they parachute in the Democrats, Joe Biden, people don't see him as the actual one that has been in charge of the destruction. So that's something we hold for another time. But get ready, because Obama's approval ratings are up, manipulated, thanks to the Republicans. Okay, thanks to the Republicans, and taking the pressure off. Because, Donald Trump said last night, we're broke. I mean, you know what? I'll get to this in a second. Donald Trump said, we're broke. Folks, we're broke. I'm just telling you. Now, Hillary Clinton doesn't think so. The Republicans don't even think so, folks. If the Republicans thought you were broke, you would not have got the omnibus bill. It wouldn't have happened. Okay? Trump's out there, on an island by himself saying we're broke. Now, that being said, Obama's going to campaign with Hillary. Oh, and they're going to take his approval ratings. And he's going out there full steam. Now, you never waste a moment or an opportunity. You can't get it all. So last night was Hillary's night. Trump did a very good job of staying in the news cycle. Because last night with Hillary winning, like it or not, she is the first woman to ever be the nominee for a major party for president of the United States. Okay? Like it or not. Not. I'll take not. Anyhow, Trump did a great job staying in the news cycle. Now, some of the cowards like Mitt Romney would have probably said, you know what? They would have probably been swooning last night. The liberals would have probably been swooning last night of what a noble, respectable thing to do for Mitt Romney to step aside and let history take first place. Oh, I could have heard it last night. I could have heard Mitt Romney coming out and saying after last night's primary, we have several months to make this campaign and make our case to the American people. But at this night, I must respectfully say history has been written, and I'm going to allow Hillary Clinton to have her evening in the sun. I guarantee, you think I'm wrong, I guarantee I could see that. Donald Trump did a good job staying there. Now, I only got a couple minutes here. Okay, she got some airtime last night. Bigot. So Archie Bunker is running against Maude. Most of you know Archie Bunker. Many of you don't know Maude. It's that simple. Same thing with conservative talk shows. The audience is through the roof. Liberal talk shows, they can't stay in business because nobody listens. Okay, Maude, was it B. Arthur that played Maude? A liberal. It was a liberated woman, Maude. Okay, remember she first appeared on Archie Bunker. Archie was this bigot, so on and so forth. So what they're telling you is Archie Bunker is running against Maude. Okay, running against Maude. Now, that being said, bigot, tear down walls, our Muslim friends over and over and over. Temperament to be president, okay? The next thing they will do is they will capitalize on the death of Muhammad Ali. They are, but they're going to focus on that. They couldn't use all that political capital right there. They have to go now. Bill's going to go. Bill's going to pause several times, wipe tears from his eyes. Bill's going to talk about how Ali's life is an example to coexist. Oh, yeah. They're going to probably put the bumper stickers up there, coexist. So you're going to see that. So they can't waste that. Now, everybody's waiting for, I could be wrong, but everybody's waiting for Obama's big endorsement. Then they get Obama's big endorsement. Now, I'm going to wrap this up, folks, with Bernie Sanders. No pun intended. But a prize fighter always has a sparring partner. A prize fighter always has a sparring partner. There's nothing better. I mean, look, you're talking to a guy, I think once a month you're supposed to watch Rocky. That's what I think. But, when we were kids, when that guy stood over and held your hand in the air as the winner, oh, that was it. That was the excitement. The winner. I mean, the winner. You watched those punches all night long, but it was when that guy went over and raised the arm and said the winner, and raised the arm. A decision. I love a decision. Remember the decision? Both of them side by side. And you're wondering, what's he going to do? And he raises his arm. Folks, a good fighter requires a sparring partner. If Bernie Sanders was not in the race all this time, Hillary would have run unopposed, which she has been and always has been unopposed. She would have had nobody to keep her in the media. She would have had nobody to raise her arm for. There would have been no arm raising. See, last night wasn't the arm raising event. It was, I am woman, hear me roar. I have won. But I'm going to tell you now, I said this 7 months ago. People said, why are there other candidates, Jim Webb, which will not endorse her, but Jim Webb, O'Donnell, I think his name was, former mayor of Baltimore, and Bernie Sanders. I said, because without other candidates, I said this on the show almost a year ago, 6 months ago. I said, without other candidates, you can never have the moment of endorsement. Bernie will endorse Hillary Clinton. Bernie's laid off the staff. It's over. Big news. Bernie Sanders is laid off his staff. It's over, folks. I mean, the primaries are over. You don't keep a staff if you don't need them. Okay? So he's laid off his staff this morning. He's going to go meet with Obama. Obama's going to tell him the next steps. They're going to set up. They don't do it all in one day. They're going to set up Bernie standing on the stage. Now, President's not going to just come out and say he's going to stand with Hillary Clinton. I'm going to go to break, but I'm going to tell you something. Don't forget the Republicans that are attacking Donald Trump today, that are wanting to rescind and look back at their endorsement. A, are failed candidates. B, are the establishment. Or C, most of all, actually, they're the Republicans that gave you the omnibus that gave Barack Obama the great approval rating he has today. So I would prefer that the Republicans get together on this and beat Hillary Clinton. But don't forget the man that gave the speech last night. He doesn't need him to win. He only needs you, the American people, and I think he has you. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm going to come back and do a couple quick local stories before 9 o'clock. And then once I get back from that, we're going to go into our state and national segment with George. George will be here. But before we go to break, Kevin, I want to thank Days Chevrolet, located in Jasper, down there on 515, right there in Jasper. I want to thank Circuit World. Promotional code FetcherNews.com, Circuit World. L&L Beanery, downtown Blue Ridge Coffee Shop. Free Wi-Fi, L&L Beanery and Salon 84 Hair and Color, West Church Street in Jasper. Make your appointment today, 706-253-9876. We'll be back after these brief messages, folks, with a couple local stories about Blue Ridge and the Fannin Cartel. Kevin, take us a break.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Announcing Pizza Hut's new Applewood smoked bacon and melty cheese, stuffed in the crust. Pizza Hut's bacon stuffed crust pizza is here, now with Applewood smoked bacon and loaded with cheese in one irresistible crust. Just $12.99, only at Pizza Hut.
You're making me crazy.
El Rey and Ella J.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Ellijay.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like Meat Lovers, Backyard Barbecue Chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Switch and save at Schottenkirk Ford. Find quality pre-owned trucks under $20,000 and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. Shop the best selection of certified pre-owned Fords in the area. Switch today and shop our network of over 500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. We'll even deliver it to you. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with Schottenkirk Customer Care, which offers you extra protection for no extra charge. Make the switch to Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
Just make sure I'm unmuted. Hey, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. You know, I seen this yesterday. I seen this yesterday. And I didn't say anything, and it's coming up today. But they said Richard Simmons was hospitalized for unusual behavior. Really? I mean, wasn't that 30 years ago? I mean, I'm serious. And the National Enquirer is supposed to break this big story about Richard Simmons. I think he went over her house and jumped on the couch and danced and put one of his cassettes, his VHS cassettes in there and wanted to make her sweat to the oldies, and she wouldn't do it. And, you know, he switched it up, right? What's the joke? He used to be sweating to the oldies. Now he's sweating with the oldies. But anyhow, poor Richard Simmons, unusual behavior. He was hospitalized. Really? I thought that was 30 years ago. Okay. Now, folks, a couple brief things. First of all, I want to tell you something. Okay. I just spent the last 30 minutes on politics. I'm going to spend a couple minutes on local things that may be of interest to all of you out there. I don't come here at any time and turn this camera on to make enemies. I don't set out to make enemies. I only come here to tell the truth. The truth. That's it. But the problem is, in this day and age, the truth is the enemy. So sorry. There you go. Anyhow, let's get to the facts here. This guy got arrested yesterday. Now, I'm just going to bring this up. We're going to look into it. So you know, we promise we will look into it. But this guy got arrested. And actually got arrested for contempt of court, and he's an attorney. Now, I don't know if it's because he's an attorney, because this is not a, pick on attorney day, okay? This is not pick on attorney day. But I don't know if it's because an attorney got arrested that people enjoying it so much. Just a joke, just my little attorney joke. Don't everybody get all bent out of shape. But Christopher Mark Miller. Now, he was in contempt of court. So he gets told that he has to turn himself in day before yesterday to the Gilmer County Sheriff. Listen to this. He has to turn himself in, all right? Or they're coming to get him. You turn yourself in, you're in contempt of court, the judge sent the ruling down. So you got to turn yourself in or we're coming to get you. So he says, supposedly our sources say Christopher Mark Miller told the Gilmer County Sheriff's Office, okay, I will turn myself in at 2 o'clock today. Well, around noon, he's watching an episode of Fred Sanford and Son. Okay? And he watches Fred. Let me start over. Around noon, he watches an episode of Sanford and Son, and he sees Fred clutching his heart, claiming he had a heart attack. And he's thinking, this is not a bad idea. So he runs over day before yesterday to Piedmont Hospital, and he claims my understanding is he states that he's had a heart attack. He thinks he's having a heart attack. So obviously they have to do all these tests, but it's mandatory they have to do all these tests. And they have to make sure that he, stress or whatever, they can't just let the sheriff come get him. So they keep him in overnight and they run all these tests and everything. So it seems to be Mr. Miller did not have a heart attack. So yesterday about 7 o'clock, the hospital released him. And the hospital released him, and the Gilmer County Sheriff's Office arrested him. So the order of complaint is on the internet. And the reason we did this yesterday, I can't remember the last time I got more phone calls. And I'm going to say this facetiously. This guy's got friends. He's got a lot of friends, okay? That's facetious because I have never received so many phone calls wanting to know when this guy was getting arrested, and it would be on Fetcher News. So it's on Fetcher News for all of you out there that wanted to see it. The court, it's a contempt of court. He did not comply with the court. He did not do what the court said. You can read the whole thing, but there is a case concerning, I think, an estate, so we will get further into that. But there you go. So, yes, for all of you out there, Christopher Mark Miller is in custody, and he did not, those of you that are concerned about his health, he did not have a heart attack. Now, second, Gilmer County this morning, and we're going to do this story tomorrow, and I'll tell you why we're going to do this story tomorrow. They are having a workshop. Gilmer County Board of Commissioners are having a workshop, and they're discussing the river access in the county, and the outfitters that charge you to put, your canoe in or your kayak or get a tube and float down. They charge you for a ride up and back. They are getting ready to put a fee and regulations, the counties, to where it would almost make, if you read it, I have it here, it would almost make it where a outfitter possibly cannot meet the requirements to get a license or a permit to operate in Gilmer County. Basically, if this goes through, okay, if this goes through, it'll almost close, or should probably close, every outfitter in the county. Number one. Number two, it's a new tax. Yes, I said it's a new tax of people coming to the county. Exactly. They're splost happy. It's a special purpose local option sales tax. I mean, you know what? We got the option to take $1 out of your pocket if you want to float on our river. So I swear we love taxes, okay? So anyhow, I'm going to do a report on that. That's in a workshop this morning. We'll have the video, and we are going to do tomorrow's meeting of Gilmer County Live tomorrow night. So anyhow, I'll have that. That's second. Now, going to Fannin County. Quickly, moving right along. Two things I want to cover. There's the Fannin cartel. Now, I did not go into all of what I feel the members of the cartel are. I just stayed with the election. So I want you to know that I have plans, because I have plans. I have pulled all the Fannin cartel members. I have pulled all of their election campaign finance reports. Okay? I've pulled them. Now, the big one, and they need to know they're being watched. They need to know. And I've already written all the discrepancies, because there's several on all their discrepancies on their disclosures. They did not disclose their campaign finance correctly. And I've already went to the Office of Elections and put them on notice before I go to the state. Give them an opportunity, the cartel, to clean up their act. Second, the next one is due June 30th for the cartel. That campaign finance report will be very large in dollars. It'll be the one that says who gave all the money. And that one probably will not surface till after 4th of July, because there is a grace period and it's the end of the month and you're going in a holiday weekend or week. So it'll probably not surface afterwards, but I've already put in my open records request for the cartel's campaign finance, so we can find out where the money came from and make sure if there's any money laying around, or see if there's any other place we need to look. Now, that being said, I understand that the city pool, Blue Ridge City Pool, is not open. And the kids can't go there today and swim. That's my understanding. Now, whose fault is that? Is it because they didn't have the money? Is it because they couldn't get the lifeguards? Is it because they couldn't buy filters or repair the filter or get concrete or buy fencing? Is it because of anything at all? Folks, the Blue Ridge City Pool is the best example I can give you of how government's supposed to function for the people and not for themselves. I look at this camera and tell you that you need to know, and they're not going to like it. You could go and say, oh, the mayor, the mayor, the mayor. The mayor does not have the power to make the decisions. The council. It's a 3-2 council, folks, and that's all there is to it. There has been an orchestrated vote on that council. That council has been led by Angie Arp, new member of the cartel, by the way. That council has been led by Angie Arp, which has been followed by Rodney Kendall, and I do like Mr. Kendall, and I'm disappointed that it went that direction, and followed by Bruce Paddock. So we are officially putting Councilwoman Arp as a member of the cartel today, because she goes to the meetings. Now, where is the headquarters? Down at the POCUS. So the propaganda paper is the headquarters. That's where the headquarters for the cartel is, and they all go down to headquarters, okay? Now, the point being is, what am I saying? Is there really something to this? Patrick Crane was a concerned citizen that the mayor had violated her oath. Oh my God, the mayor has violated her oath. We must spend thousands of dollars investigating. We must call in Gerard and Davis today because the mayor violated her oath. Okay. All right, fine. Concerned citizens. That's okay. The council, we must spend thousands of dollars. We must fight zoning if it's not self-serving. That question's out there. If the zoning is not self-serving or beneficial, we must fight it at all costs. The hell with the kids, you say. Pool? Do you mean people actually elected us to come here and maybe look at the services we provide for the citizens? Look at the things that we're supposed to do as servants to the citizens that voted us here? You mean really? You really thought we were going to do that? No. We spent our entire term. Okay? Mayor violations. Attorney. Have you seen what David Siphon's gotten just off the email on his bill? Attorneys, zoning, Ada Street LLC. You name it. One thing after another. And they did not do the business of the citizens. Now let me throw one more thing in here. Folks, if you're a citizen of the city of Blue Ridge, you need to ask the council for Ralph Gardner's resignation as a conflict of interest. Now, they're going to feel that I'm personal, and I'm not personal. Ralph Gardner has a conflict of interest. He works for a media group. I went to Blue Ridge. I've got the video. I absolutely have the video. Every single zoning thing that has taken place in the appeals board since Ralph Gardner has been appointed to that should be null and void. I'm serious as can be. I have the video where I went and asked the city council. I asked the city council, I have the tape on, should Ralph Gardner be on that zoning appeals board because of his affiliation and his employment with a news media outlet, and it makes it a conflict of interest. That same week, the principal owner, that I understand is the principal owner or some of the money backer, attacked me, seen me in the courthouse and attacked me for saying that. Folks, it's in black and white. The guy works at a media group and should not be on any kind of zoning. I shouldn't be on the zoning. Any media group shouldn't be on the zoning. That being said. Now, let me go to my last person. Blue Ridge Pool. I blame Angie Art. I blame Johnny Searcy. I blame Bruce Pack. And I blame Rodney Kendall. And the only one I can do that with and say, you know what, Rodney, I like you. I really do. But I'm sorry, the focus got off, and what you were there to do, all of the council, was not in the best interest of the citizens. And the pool not being open is nobody's fault but the council. Now, how did Johnny Searcy get in this as the chief of police? Remember, I have the video. It's 5 minutes and 12 seconds long, I think. And remember how important it was. Let's see. City pool, license plate scanner. City pool, license plate scanner. City pool, license plate scanner. I'll take license plate scanner for $200, Alex. Oh, no. That was what was offered to co-sign for a loan or vouch for a loan. I got the stories wrong. $200 was offered to vouch for a loan. I'm sorry, I got the stories wrong. Anyhow, license plate scanner. Remember that? I have to have this. What is it? $16,000, $17,000. I need it for the safety of the public. My God, how can we live in Blue Ridge one more day without this license plate scanner? It's saving lives. I'm telling you, it is changing things in this fair city. I have the video. And I'll tell you another thing, it will triple the revenue while I'll pay that back in just 2 or 3 short months. It will triple revenue. We will just rake it in from the people that were saving lives in Blue Ridge because we got a license plate scanner. And the council cheered because of the safety. But the kids can't swim today. Folks, you figure out how much they spent in attorney fees to David Siphon. Okay? You figure out how much they spent in attorney fees for him, how much they have spent fighting zoning issues with Ada Street LLC, how much they have wasted time and time and time on different things, how much they paid for a license plate scanner, how much they paid for this investigation. You wrap all this up, and you could have repaved all around the pool, put new filters in, put 3 new diving boards, and the kids could be doing a cannonball by 10 this afternoon, 2 this afternoon, splashing everywhere. I'm telling you right now, folks, I can't help it. The Fannin cartel has eked its way down to City Hall. There you go. So, you know what? Little children, as you're sweltering in the heat, and you're saying, I wish I didn't have to work this lemonade stand and I could go swimming this afternoon, and that chief of police goes by and waves. You wave right back. Thank you for keeping it safe and spending 17 grand on that license plate scanner. I really would have liked to have went swimming today. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's the truth. The whole truth. Yup. That's what it costs, right? $200. Is $200 what it costs? Take me to break. We're going to bring George in here before I wrap up. I've wrapped up my local. I wrapped up telling you what's going on in the election. We'll get George in here after these brief messages. Hold on just a second, Kevin. Let me thank some of my sponsors. That would be wrong, okay? That would be totally wrong out of me. I can't get sidetracked, which I should blame that on you, Kevin. You're supposed to be paying attention. Anyhow, he's not even listening. See, he said, what? I mean, it's almost like Lonnie's here. Lonnie's over at the Gilmer Board of Commissioners meeting, and I'm glad to have Kevin with us this morning taking care of things. Schottenkirk Ford, 515 South, right down there on the south side, southbound side. Go check out Schottenkirk. You can't miss it, folks. I mean, that's the largest inventory of Ford cars and trucks I have seen in North Georgia. I mean, I'm just telling you, you can't miss it. You go down 515, right-hand side, it is packed. Schottenkirk Ford, go see them today. Also, the UPS store over in East LJ. North Georgia Diamond. North Georgia Diamond is located in the East LJ Walmart Shopping Center. Promotional code FetcherNews.com. Go over there and see Bill and Allison at North Georgia Diamond. Mattress Overstocked. Go see Gary, Richard, and Rhonda, the mattress lady, for the best mattress at the best price. They truly want to help you sleep better. They're located in the East LJ Walmart Shopping Center, 706-698-7378. That's Mattress Overstocked. Go say hello to Rhonda today. And pick up that new mattress at a great price. FetcherNews.com is your promotional code. LJ Fitness, 379 River Street. 706-636-2348. That's LJ Fitness. Webb Works Lawn Care, locally owned, reliable service. Call Justin Webb. He's ready to work for you. Give him a call, 706-889-4893. That's 706-889-4893. Webb Works Lawn Care. And folks, we got a lot of things going on. Big things are happening. When we come back right before George and I get into it, I'm going to tell you some of the things that's happening in the next couple of weeks. FYN TV is changing big time overnight. And it's because of you, the viewers, that we're able to make some of these changes. So get ready. We got some big announcements when we come back before George and I get into our national stuff. Kevin, take us to break.